All right, y'all, we're tuned in for another episode of Back That Radio Show. I'm here at Magnolia Pink, so shout out to Tennille for allowing me to use her space to interview individuals. But I have one of the members who has her stuff here in the store. Towels by
Towelcakes by Ramona.
Okay, see, I forgot the word cakes. Towelcakes by Ramona, Miss Ramona. Thank you for doing it.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Like I said, you've been here must be all day. She's been able to witness other interviews in the background. But let everybody know what got you started in doing the Towelcakes. I know you say you started in 2014, but what was the inspiration behind that?
Okay. I work retail, and it wasn't really paying a whole lot at that time, and I needed some gifts for friends that I worked with, and I really wanted something cute, and the only thing I could think of was like towels. So I was watching a video for diaper cakes actually. So the Towelcakes is actually a spin-off of a diaper cake, in which you just form whatever you have into certain shapes. So the towel sets are the actual gift, and then you just make them into different things. So the first one that I did was it was a cute little car, and it had a monkey rider on it, and I thought it was cute, but I didn't know what anybody else was gonna think, because you put stuff out there, and you're like, oh, that's a puppy monkey baby. I didn't want that, but I thought it was cute, so I rolled it up, did the little thing, and presented it, did the little ribbons and all that kind of stuff. My mom always had me make ribbons for her for Christmas, so I knew I had that part down, but I didn't know if the gift itself was going to be well received, and everybody loved it. So it was like the first one.
And it's functional too, because it's decorative, but then it's the towels, and we use towels to bathe, to wash our hands, whatever the case may be, to dry ourselves, things of that nature. So definitely interesting concept behind it. And you said you started in 2014, right?
That was the first one I did.
So how receptive have our community or just people embraced the idea of that business?
It's different. It's been interesting for me because getting the concept of what a towel cake is has been the thing for me. Yeah. Because what people hear is cakes, and then they're like, "What's that weird towel for?
Yeah.
What's that mean?" But they think cakes. So it's like, "Oh, you bake?" And it's like, "No, I make gifts. It's a form of a gift basket."
Exactly.
And people are familiar with diaper cakes. So they'll ask, "Oh, do you make diaper cakes?" And I was like, "Yes, I can do that too." But this is just a different spin on it. And so it's what I've ended up doing is kind of branching off into making gift baskets, because that's the common thing that people will gravitate towards. Just getting people to wrap their mind around it. Doesn't have to just be the gift basket, or it doesn't just have to be a towel cake. It's kind of they're like, huh? So until they actually see what it is.
Exactly. So you're basically running your business, but you're also educating people at the same time. And to do both roles, I definitely get that.
Right.
That's the same thing what I do with him. I have to educate and I have to sell.
Yeah.
So you sell online as well, right?
Mostly through social media. This particular location was I thought was an excellent venue for me. So I'm excited to actually put more of the towel forms here, so people will have a visual to go to. But in the future, I'll do more online, which will be more of the gift baskets.
Okay. So people will be able to reach you in the future online,
right, where they can just go online and order.
Are you concentrated here in Henry County, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so that's where most of your, I guess, interaction with customers come in for?
Correct.
Okay. So how's the feedback been with those customers?
when I do pop-ups, which what for Valentine's and Mother's Day, you know, I'll do like a pop-up there, and it goes really well.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because it's there, and people are like, okay, this is coming up, and they see it. Okay, let me go ahead and get it. You know, during those in between seasons is where I kind of struggle a little bit.
Yeah, so you just gotta basically find you more themed holidays or event type stuff that's going on, because people get gifts all year long, right? So they should be buying more
That's what I'm
Towelcakes.
thinking. I'm like, hey, this is great. You know, this is awesome. It's gonna just take off. I can do here. I can do Easter. I can do Father's Day, graduation. You know, that 4th of July, you know, that little picnicky season and all that kind of stuff, you know, and then roll right into Christmas, and it's like, great, and it's like, okay, well, that one didn't go.
Yeah.
I
But you know, you learn it though. That's the great thing about being an entrepreneur and really doing this. What did your immediate peers or family think? Because I guesstimate that this is your first time with a business endeavor, right?
Right.
That's yours.
Right. That's mine.
That you're not making anybody else money, like
Right.
you know, a retailer.
Exactly.
So now you're making your own money.
Exactly.
What did they think about it? Because you know, entrepreneurship like nowadays has like this huge limelight on it, where it's put out there as this fantastic spectacle or whatever. But like, you know, years ago, people used to be like, ugh, turn their nose up to entrepreneurs. But even the display of it, like with Shark Tank, with the Profit, and all these different shows, it's more about the glitz and glamour. It's not focusing on the nuts and bolts of it. So what was the reception from your peers, your family, you know, your immediate circle, when you were like, oh, you know, this is what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, it's well, of course, you always have the people that are in your corner. My mom passed away, so I know she would have been. My dad is, so he tells everybody. He does not necessarily think to order, but he tells everybody.
Yeah, which, you know, hey, that's half the battle.
Yeah, that's right. And it's funny story about that, because I make things for him, you know, and he just has them displayed in the house.
He doesn't use them? He just puts them on display?
He has them displayed in the house. And I'm like, well, Pop, you didn't open, you know, this beautiful coffee.
He's just so proud.
And that's what it is.
He's just so proud.
So when people come in and they're like, oh, well, where'd you get that from? My daughter. My daughter did it.
So you gotta put business cards where the displays are.
Right. I'm like, Dad, you could have had your house paid for by now if you open up the baskets. What are you doing?
I love it.
So funny. And then I have, you know, a wonderful aunt, and she's just a wonderful source of encouragement for me, especially like during those periods where, you know, I'm trying something new and it doesn't go over where how I want it to go or I think it should, and just out of the blue, she'll call from the first one that I gave her, you know, and she'll just call, you know, and she just dropped some encouragement from me, you know, nuggets from me, and I'm like, wow, you know, and then she purchases, you know, and she tells people about it. So, you know, I have like, you know, those core people that are there that help feed your soul, you know, and keep you from withering, you know, on the vine. And then like others, you know, they know that this is what I do, and they're like, oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, because they can't see the vision, which is understandable though. Like, you know, that's the common thread that I deal with dealing with people and interviewing stuff. Like, I get it. I totally get it, and I understand all that you have to sacrifice and to go through stuff. Because you got your materials, you got your labor costs. You know, you got to go out there, you got to promote. You know, like you're playing all these hats. So when you got into entrepreneurship, like I'm sure you had your own idea of what entrepreneurship was, but when you actually started doing it, did you have like something that really stuck out to you to be like, oh, you know, I didn't really think that it was like this, or it was surprising?
Something that was surprising to me. Yeah, kind of. It's not that, like, if you make it, you know, make sure you have a really good presentation, because that's where I feel like I'm strongest with. I love putting together things and making them look cute, even though they might seem like a hodgepodge. By the time I'm done with it, it's like, oh wow, this cute.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if I'm getting that feedback, you
Mhm.
know, why wouldn't the cute move?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, for example, I did another pop-up for, which I thought would have been prime, graduation. Graduation coming off of Mother's Day, roll right into Father's Day,
Mhm.
good cute things together, and nothing.
Mhm.
And I was like devastated. I was like, but they're so cute. They're gorgeous. You know,
Yeah,
because they're like my babies, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like the bows are like the little crowns on the princesses and princes and stuff.
I get
so,
it.
and it didn't go, and I was like, okay. So that idea and concept that, okay, if you put it together and you make it,
Mhm.
you know, it will move. If people see it, it will move. That part threw me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah.
What was it, the Field of Dreams or something?
Yeah,
If
you
you
make
build
it,
it, it'll
they will
come.
come.
Yeah. It doesn't like no, it doesn't work that way. You got to really like consistently put it out there. But then I think like if you I guess just me spitballing here, you made something whatever you showing people, but then you start breaking it down like you can use it. So you can actually
Yeah.
that would probably like I guess a demonstration or whatever.
Okay.
A lot of different things and ways you could use it, because most people probably like you put so much effort into it, like your dad.
Mhm.
You're probably thinking like you put so much effort into it, I can't really
Right.
use it.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. It's just to give a different concept
Right.
of seeing something as a because towels can look boring. I'm like
Mhm.
towels are towels. They come in
Right.
different colors, whatever, just stacked up against something. Like how you go into like what Macy's or something like that, and you see the wall of
Right.
towels, whatever, different colors, which I always thought was fascinating, by the way. No, for real, because I used to see the different color palettes.
Uh-huh.
So they'd go like from like a darks to
Yeah.
lighter colors to end up white or whatever. By the end of it, you see it and you see all these different colors. I thought that was cool, but that's just me because I come from an artistic background.
Right.
So I look at stuff a little differently. My perspective
Right.
is a little different. But I could get it though with other people. They just maybe they don't want to.
So they're thinking that they don't want to mess it up. That type of thing.
They could be.
I'm like, well, no, that's the purpose. And I get that because certain like if I've given things to people and I made them and they're at the house and they're just there on display, I'm like, well, why didn't you use that? It's I'm like, it's got stuff in it
Mhm.
that I thought you would need and that you would
Mhm.
use, but it's just there,
Mhm.
on the display, So,
Okay.
and I'm like, okay, I appreciate that, but I really want you to
Yeah,
use
I really
it.
want to use it. Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
put thought into that.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay.
Exactly. So,
So-
then my maybe just a situation where you have to just record. You and your daughter or something like that. You just
Okay.
use it. Like, hey, you can actually use this stuff.
Yeah,
Just
when you
to
open
just
it.
to grab that concept of hey, it's not. I'm not making it for. It has artistic presentation,
Yeah.
but don't keep it like it's a collector item.
Yeah.
It's to be used. It's just that I'm presenting to you in a different format.
Right.
That's, and like I said, I'm just spitballing here. That's like all day I could imagine why people wouldn't want to consume it like it's supposed to be used.
Right.
Um,
And that's with the towel cakes and the gift baskets too. And I have at a store I did a beautiful pink one.
mhm.
It's just a little cherry
I think it's the
blossom
one that was on Instagram. Isn't
with
it?
a little owl on it.
I think so.
Big fluffy cherry and stuff like that. So she didn't use it until like her second child.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And she was like, I was just in a rush. I demolished it. I needed diapers and I need wipes.
Yeah, exactly. So when that like I had no value now. The value is in using it, not display.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that was the purpose,
Yeah.
for you to use it.
Exactly.
basically. No.
So what has been, I guess, hilarious? What has been one of the most interesting designs that you have come up with, or I guess the most complex design that you have done?
Complex, complex and interesting. And I don't even think. Well, yeah, if you go further down on my timeline, you can see a steamboat that I did.
Yeah, I'm about to go look at that one.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
And they all have genders, which is crazy. Okay.
They're alive.
He's so cute. But I knew the nickname of the baby was going to be Shark.
Okay.
So, he's got a cute little picture of the little baby shark before it was a popular song. in there, and it's got beer and all that kind of stuff. But it was an actual. It's shaped like a steamboat, and so the process on that, pretty much on all of them, is I go through and I look at photographs. So I looked at different pictures of steamboats and tugboats, and I wanted that old timey riverboat feel. So it's got the paddle boats on the wheel and stuff like that, and the I'm not sure what they're called, but when you come from the staff and it's got the ribbons that come down from the flags and attach, so I wanted to give details, so when you look at this, you see, okay, that's a steamboat, or that's a goblet, or that is, a Roman pitcher, that type of thing. So I want to give those details in when I do them. So maybe I shouldn't do that and people will use them. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
But it just goes to show that you have passion for what you're doing.
So I like to study. So it takes me a minute. If you give me an idea or a theme that you want to do, I'll go through and I'll study just to make sure I can get the details right to put them in there. And I thought that one was gorgeous. He was heavy as heck.
Yeah, that really was.
Yeah, he was heavy. He had wipes in it, diapers, towels, bears, lotion, all that. So when they put it on the scale, I'm like, oh my God, what is in this? That's the purpose.
How long does it usually take, I guess, for an average project to do with your towels and shaping them into the vision that you have for them? Like, what's the time span?
My time span on that one, give me, you want to give me at least a week and a half. Week and a half, 2 weeks. Because I have to think about it, get the ideas, shop for it, and mold it, So, but yeah.
So with that being said then, have you run into any potential customers or people that felt like, maybe your prices, they couldn't understand why it was priced the way it is, or?
All the time.
Because they don't understand the details of everything you have to go through to go through that.
All the time. And they're like, oh, okay. It's like, well, yeah, I can do. They're like, can you do something for $25? And I'm like, I can do $25, but.
Yeah, it's not gonna be much.
Yeah,
It's not gonna come out like. And I would like to, I picture it as like working with artists and then painting something. You're doing the same steps that an artist would put on a canvas. It's just that it's not connecting with the people. That's what I see.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, because you're detailed, right? And you gotta get your supplies and all that, but then you gotta have the time to be able to come up with something that is visually stunning. Because like people can go through your Instagram and see it. Like I said, I was going through. I was like, oh wow, this is like phenomenal.
Thank you.
But because we have been conditioned and trained with art, they don't know how to apply that same concept to what you're doing. Because we already know we can like visualize painters and stuff like that and see a mural like, oh my goodness, and know that it takes time for this. But because it's new, you know what I'm saying? You're like in your own little new industry in space, and being a trailblazer, has its benefits, but it also has its downside.
Right.
And that could be one of the downsides.
Right.
But as long as you keep doing this, I'm sure you'll see other people, or have you seen any other people pop up and do similar or offer a similar service as well? Or
now I know people do towel cakes, but I haven't seen anything quite like what I've done. And I'm but
No, and I don't imagine the frustration comes into like, also I can compare the same thing with paparazzi jewelry and people making their own jewelry, right? I know a girl who makes her own jewelry, and she selects all her beads. She goes through she thinks about the theme, the design of them before she even puts them together. And if she's selling at the same location that a paparazzi jeweler is selling, then the consumer will come to her table and be like, oh, what? Hold on, $25 for a bracelet or $30 for a bracelet. But then they'll go over to the paparazzi and be like, well, that stuff is like $5 or $6. And they're just seeing the end result of stuff.
Right.
They're not seeing that, okay, one, these metals and beads and stuff that they use over here might not be as safe, and it might not be as durable.
Right.
And there's not a whole lot of thought design, or if it is thought design, they can offer it at a discounted price because they have mass production, as opposed to this one. This is more a niche, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's more thought out, it's more creative, and it's labor intensive as well.
Right.
So they're not getting it. Yes, you have to charge more when it's more labor intensive, more thought out, and things of that nature. Because of the time, I'm like, you're not only paying for the product, but you're paying for so much time too, and their ideas and stuff. So all of that is an encompass of that price, and no one's it's like no one's trying to rip people off.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to make a living.
Sure.
I'm like, 'cause this is what you chose to do. I get the same thing with people like marketing and advertise and stuff like that. I'm like, look, y'all don't understand. There's a lot of work that goes into this.
It is.
But it's interesting how, we can perceive things as consumers, and then especially within our community. But how is our community supporting you? Is what you thought it would be, or do you get more support from outside community? Or?
I do get good support from our community.
That's good.
I'll put it this way: I get appreciation for the work that I do. Put it that way.
Okay.
Because to me, sometimes I'm thinking, okay, well, I know you appreciate looking at it, but I'm trying to figure out how to transition that into you remembering the next time you need something for an event. Give me a call.
Exactly.
Let me put what I put into it, so that you can give that to, whoever your loved one is. Or
So, with that being said, then I imagine that you're up for all sorts of events. But it'd be like, you might do a wedding or a birthday, a celebration of a birth, a child, like you said, with the diaper cakes and stuff, baby showers, or any type of event, really.
I would love to. And this is a game I play with myself. As I'll go online and I'll look at the different cake artists and stuff like that, and I'll go, I can cake that. I can cake that. I can cake that. So I can make like a towel cake for their gift table that resembles the actual cake that they have on the dessert table. And that's the little game that I play. So I have different things that I want to do, just like not necessarily, the opportunity to make it just yet.
Oh, wow.
So
I think that'd be fantastic though, because shoot, I would have loved like a towel cake or something in my wedding. One, because I only got one slither of my wedding cake. I was hot. I have like, issues with that.
Wait a minute. They didn't save y'all the cake to freeze for the anniversary?
Did we get that? I can't even remember. I had to ask my wife. But I'm talking about there. Like, in person, at the reception, at the event,
Right.
I got one little glass of champagne that we paid for it. One little plate of the serving the food and everything, the pasta and all that stuff, whatever. And one little slit of the cake everybody else got to eat. And all that. I'm like, look, first of all, y'all here for a celebration. I'm like, we can't even get. I'm like,
They could have made sure y'all.
yeah, exactly. I was livid or whatever. I was like, yeah, never again. Like, I don't like weddings. Like, I don't like weddings in general like that, because it's more. It seems like it's more about the audience than it is the actual people or whatever. It's like grandstanding or something. I'm like, yeah, whatever. We could just go have a barbecue or something like that. You know what I'm saying? At the Piece of Justice Peace, and I have a few people. I'm like, because all it is just basically pomp and circumstance for everybody else.
Right.
You're spending all this thousands of dollars, and people are making a living off of stuff like this, which is crazy.
Right.
But
you have, I don't know, I guess some guys too may have that, and then you have that. Well, it's supposed to be a celebration and a union of families. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So if you keep that in mind, whatever you do is going to be fantastic. I don't know. I think we are getting sucked in a little bit too much with the fanfare of it, like you're saying, the pomp and circumstance of it, especially. I've been dreaming about this my whole life, and
Yeah.
watching whatever Disney movies and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
so it's
and
this
like,
whole
yeah,
psychosis or whatever you want to call it or whatever.
yeah.
But
We can do that. We can go overboard. We
yeah,
can.
but towels though, man, please. We can't
There's
keep
a
enough
gallon.
towels. Yeah, and then with like all the kids that we have, man, we running through kids running through towels like that and socks. Socks get lost.
That, yeah.
Whoever, like, I never understood that either. Socks, I don't know. You can put them in the washing machine. You can put them in the dryer. By the time they come out, they're gone.
Yeah.
Or there's no matches.
Mhm.
I'm like always buying socks.
I'm good. My daughter will do mismatched starts in a heartbeat. That's
Mhm.
her thing. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's good. I don't even have that stress with the missing socks. So I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's like it'll get it. But like towels are functional. You know what I'm saying? You need them all the time. You can never really have enough of them.
Right.
Because you have guests that come over and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know, to me, I would love like something more practical and useful as opposed to a cake that's gonna be eaten or whatever, and not really even enjoyed by the party itself, probably. But I'm like towels. Anybody gonna think about taking those home and then if they shouldn't?
It makes
You know,
sense.
yeah, stuff like that I think
Yeah.
makes sense. And if you could display that in an artistic way, man, that's even icing on the cake, sort of say.
It's kind of like, you know how you old people, when they use what they give for gifts, I don't know,
Mhm.
maybe not done that, but like they give like paper towel, toilet
Mhm.
paper, that type of stuff,
Mhm.
that type of stuff, underwear,
Mhm.
socks. Okay, well, everybody can use towels, you know, so it's just like the practicality of it.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. So for 20, because you've been doing this for a nice little minute, did you get to accomplish your goals for 2018 that you set out for yourself?
I did, and for me it was just basically putting myself out there more
Mm-hmm.
and taking more chances.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they didn't turn out how I wanted them to
Mhm.
or not, but just the fact that I had myself out there as many times as I did this year,
Mm-hmm.
it to me was a major goal. And then finding this spot
Mm-hmm.
to have a consistent place to be able to have myself featured was just awesome.
Yeah.
So because I was looking originally at like the flea market and stuff
Mhm.
like that, and I was not that there's anything wrong with the flea market.
It probably wouldn't fit though.
Right.
It wouldn't fit
because
the.
the clientele is
Exactly.
looking to haggle and stuff like that. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, yeah, well, no, that I don't want to put myself in that situation.
Exactly.
You
I
know.
feel like you have to compromise just to
Yeah.
make the sale and tell people to no compromise. Yeah, it's no not compromise.
Right.
Like
So
that's not that person isn't for you. But no, I definitely get it. I understand. And I like the fact that you're doing that. So, what have you set for like 2020? Any particular goals in mind that you're trying to accomplish? Any milestones you want to seek out?
yes. So for 2020, I'm adding a new service for gift wrapping,
Oh,
giving that a mobile aspect too.
okay.
So by the time this year comes, I'll be able to take full advantage of, the holiday season
Mm.
and being able to go and do assemblies for gift baskets
Mhm.
and gift wrapping on site.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then just making sure that I scurry aside more money so that I can really invest in marketing properly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Not doing that properly, and not doing the hodgepodge thing.
Mhm.
Just get some help.
Yeah.
Get with people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
No, I get it
Yeah.
because as small business owners, we like to try to do everything, and we're not meant to do everything.
Yeah,
But
have
business
that
is
reputation.
bigger than exactly. It's bigger than us.
Yeah.
Like we might start a business, but the impact that it has on the community is bigger than us.
Right.
So we have to bring in other people and just have other different things. I'm like, I don't do anything that my wife does. I do not. Like she makes the cook shop products. I don't make them. The only thing she's allowed me to do is I don't even put the tea together. She mixes it up and all that. I just package it.
And that's it.
Exactly. Like I play our role. You know what I'm saying? I play my role. I sell the stuff because she doesn't sell. Like it was interesting. Our first event that we did together last year, we both went, we luckily had someone watch the kids. Finding somebody to watch 8 kids is interesting in itself. Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it.
But we both went to like an art event,
Uh-huh.
and we was a featured vendor, and I'm over there doing interviews, right? And then she's over there at the table. She's like, "No, you gotta come over here and sell this." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what to do." She's just giving stuff away because she just want people to try it and get, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
better.
Right.
I was like, "Oh my goodness, no." So I'm there selling stuff in between interviews, and then she leaves.
Mhm.
She goes home. She's like, "Okay, I've been away from the kids too long."
Oh my gosh. Like,
Left me there, yeah. So I just kept selling. I was like,
yeah.
that's
It's
that's
like,
me.
yeah, you got this.
Exactly.
You got this.
So like we play our roles, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how we make it work. And I think all business owners, we should have like a core team of people that we can, whether you're doing business with somebody, because like even doing business with somebody, right? I believe that person is on your team because you're both trying to make something work for something bigger than both of y'all. And everybody's playing their role, and that's how you create that synergy and that unison, and just being able to get out there more and build, as opposed to trying to do everything. Because I've seen so many people try to do everything themselves that you're just running yourself in a wheel.
Right.
You're spinning your wheels going nowhere. It's like the hamster.
Right, yeah.
You're not wheel, but you can't get nowhere. You're
Right.
moving, but you're not going
Not going
anywhere.
anywhere.
So-
So yeah, that's the main thing. Just making sure I scurry away some funds so I can have that solidly done.
Yeah.
And just making sure I get out there, put myself out there, take more chances,
Mhm.
and learn more,
Mm-hmm.
and follow through and be consistent.
Yes.
in whatever I do.
Yeah.
Consistently do it.
Yes. Consistency.
to
I'm
get where
telling
it
you, you'll
needs to be,
see.
but-
It'll just become repetition,
Mhm.
right? And like I said, you'll see it. It'll go. And you're like, wow, I didn't know that I could reach this far. And then you could just reach. Your potential is there for whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
It's there. And I believe that with everyone. We all can build $100 million company or $1 billion company if we want to. It's just we got to stay focused and be consistent with it. Even building $1 million company is not bad. Especially could you imagine yourself doing 10 million in sales, right?
Wow.
Every year. No, I'm just saying, right?
Okay.
The impact that you can have on your community will be phenomenal, because you have this company where you're doing these sales year in and year out, and you have this huge profit that you have. So then you get to dictate what you want to do in your community instead of waiting on others to do stuff.
do it, right.
You can affect change right then and there
Right.
for anything that's set on your heart.
Mhm.
So I'm all for everybody, really getting out there. It's there. The economy, I can only imagine, I know the economic impact in Middle Georgia area, right? In Macon is 1.5 billion that circulates. In the Middle Georgia area, it's like 3.5 billion. So, yeah. hmm Yeah, I've seen the numbers and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so think about Henry County or whatever. McDonough, Stockbridge is still Henry County, right?
Yes.
Locust Grove.
Locust Grove.
Is
Some
Hampton?
parts of, Hampton.
Hampton.
Some parts of Hampton.
Yeah, parts of Hampton. I want to say something else.
Certain parts of Griffin.
Okay, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's what's up Spalding.
Yeah. So you have, let's just say those 4 cities, right? Those 4 cities, first of all, you got Tanger Outlet, that brings a lot of revenue through. But then you got the city of McDonough and Stockbridge that's been growing over the years. I've seen it. And you have all these different things that go on. And just the population alone, is huge. Potential is there. I could imagine that it has to be at least in the $7 to $10 billion economic range.
Wow.
If in Macon, the Middle Georgia area, we have a 3.5, y'all easily get that up here at least 3-4 times.
Right.
And then all these other people traveling, from Metro Atlanta coming south, because everybody keeps coming south,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because money is just flowing. You got all these different festivals and stuff like that, and different events that happen. So the money flows through here all the time. It's just that people have to learn how to tap into it.
Right. I was just going to say that. You just got to learn how to tap into it.
Once you learn how to tap into it, fine. But for everybody out there who wants to go and visit and look at all your artistic towel creations and know that you can use them as well. Please use them because they're gift sets and they come with a lot of different stuff. Where is the best way for them to come in contact?
You can reach out to us on Facebook and Instagram, Towelcakes by Ramona. The website that will be coming soon is towelcakesbyramona.com. And then the telephone number is 478-320-2395.
All right. And Ms. Ramona, I'd like to give my guests the last word. So if you have a mantra or anything you'd like to say or anything you just want to re-emphasize or just reiterate.
I'll reiterate. And this is something I just tell myself over every single day, make sure you are crafting a life that makes your soul giggle, because life is too short to go through upset, mad about things. Take time and think about something that just makes your soul laugh.
I like that. You should put that on a t-shirt. But y'all support Towelcakes by Ramona. Make sure you follow on Instagram, Facebook. Go to the website when it's done. Y'all can hit me up if you need to. I'll redirect you. And support the community because there are people in the community doing positive things.